What is up, guys? It's your boy Andy Matrix, and boy, oh boy, this is gonna be a good one. This is gonna be a good one. We got the CEO of I was gonna say Netflix, the CEO of Disney, Mr. Bob Chapek. Mr. Bob Chapek saying that adults do not like animation. So this is CEO Bob Chapek doesn't seem to think adults want animation. You know, he still goes by the American stigma that animation and cartoons are only for kids. Right? This is something that's very, like, I guess it's still deep-seated in the, in the American people. Cartoons are only for kids. And this is one of the reasons why a lot of companies in the West, they don't really seem to put a lot of effort into, Western animation like they used to. And that is why anime is becoming more and more popular. And that's why a lot of people are switching to anime. Because if you do not... back then, how do you hire somebody who does not believe in the original success of a company?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Walt Disney was the pioneer. He pioneered a lot of animation that we use today. Seriously. Like from animation techniques to sound, he pioneered a lot of it. But Disney is no longer a animation empire. Now they're just buying out companies. Guys, before we go on, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell for future notifications. I talk about anime, manga, video games, geek culture, Japanese culture. If you're into any of that stuff, make sure to subscribe, bro. Yeah, and I talk about Disney a lot because Disney is getting into anime. And they're a big part of geek culture. So, let's go ahead and get into it. I'm here at Pirates and Princesses, which is a website owned by, who was it? Clownfish TV. Yeah, Clownfish TV, they have their own, media websites. Walt Disney reminded people that we never lose sight of one thing, that it all started with a mouse, right? It all started with a mouse. The first animation with sound was actually Steamboat Willie by the man himself, Walt Disney. And this was about 100 years ago. Yeah, yes, it's like up to 100 years ago. Like in the 1920s, 1930s. Steamboat Willie was an absolute success. And it made, Walt Disney a rich man. And Bob Chapek, now that he's the CEO, he's like walking around Disney looking at, adults don't like this shit. Could you imagine that? The audacity, like, oh yeah, adults don't like animation. They just use it to put their kids to sleep, which is actually what he says here. And then it says, during his infamous live stream with the Wall Street Journal, he expressed his opinions that adults don't want to watch Disney animated films or projects. This is what he says. He says, I always say that our fans in our audience put their kids to bed after watching Pinocchio or Dumbo or The Little Mermaid. They're probably not going to tune into another animated movie. They want something for them. I'm already in my 30s. I'm a millennial. I'm already in my 30s. I still watch, animated shows. Mostly anime, but hey, if Disney was still making good movies, I watch that shit too. Then it says, what? Most Disney fans grew up on Disney animated films and shows like the ones aired on the Disney afternoon. Anime is something Disney is trying to leverage into and is mostly in an older teen adult audience. Yeah, like people in their 20s, people in their 30s watch anime. Okay? And it's very funny. It's so ironic. I keep saying it's just so ironic that Disney, the company that started, that basically inspired the Japanese to make anime, now they are abandoning their own animation for anime. It's just the irony. It's just, wow, man. Said this explains so much about the bonehead choices Disney keeps making and where their priorities were. While people are begging Disney for original animation and not another lazy, cheap, crappy live-action reboot, the CEO just got on a live stream and said that animation isn't what their audience wants. Yeah, right, buddy. Okay, buddy. Then it says, I can tell you what they don't want. They don't want more live-action remakes. They apparently are growing tired of more Marvel and Star Wars as well. Yeah, actually, yes. Yes. A lot of people are getting tired of Marvel, of Star Wars. I can tell you, like, I was not the biggest Star Wars fans, but ever since Disney got it, got a hold of Star Wars, I lost interest. I mean, The Mandalorian was really good, but aside from The Mandalorian, everything else is just blah. It's not interesting. Same thing with Marvel. All these Marvel shows on Disney, they're just crap. I lose interest. Like, I'm really over Marvel and Star Wars. Thank you, Disney. Thank you, Disney. I am actually over Marvel and Star Wars because of you. Okay, how about that? Then it says the numbers for the films and movies keep declining as more and more is put out. Frankly, only about 1/3 or 1.5 is even worth the time to spend watching. That is absolutely right. Is this Neon writing this? I think Neon's the writer for this, or Geeky Sparkles. Anyways, it said the entire company was funded on animation. Walt Disney Animation was the gold standard. Chapek and the company wants to shoehorn in animation IP to the theme parks with the new Coco, Moana, and Encanto theme areas, but animation is only for kids, right? Yeah. Good job, Disney. And actually, here are some comments about what Bob Chapek says. It says, weird. Maybe I'm weird, but I got Disney Plus so that I could watch the incredible library of films of Walt Disney Animated Studios. There you go, Chapek. How about this? You're dead if you aim only for kids. Adults are only kids, grown-ups anyways. That is absolutely right. Because although I am an adult now, I still do a lot of the same shit that I did when I was a kid. I still watch a lot of the same shows when I was a kid. I still watch anime. I still play RPG games. I'm just an adult with responsibilities, paying my rent, my bills, and fixing my car. So, yes. I absolutely agree with this one. This one says, this is truly an insult to Disney's legacy and to all of Disney's best animators. You think Walt's 9 old men spent years perfecting their craft for toddlers? Fantasia was the proof that animation is an art form. This guy underestimates how much love goes into every single frame. Exactly. Thank you, Adventure Rabbit. Twitter account. And yeah, man, it's just more comments. Says if he's not passionate about Disney animated films, maybe he should quit his job and let an adult who gets it take over. And then Disney, somebody got a quote here from Disney saying, "Growing old is mandatory, but growing up is optional." That actually says a lot about Walt Disney himself, man. And finally, we got a really good comment here from Ion. Says the CT Freak Show says, "Tell me you still don't understand the company you're in charge of without telling me. I have said it many times, he cannot CEO." And they are absolutely right. Bob Chapek should just quit. Seriously. And I've actually said this before in another video that the Disney family, they are just not in charge. Like, nobody in the Disney family is actually running the Disney companies. Disney's kids, Ronald and Walt Disney and Ronald Disney, their kids are not interested in running the company. And as a result, other people started running the company. So, yeah. This is what we get. But anyways, I hope you guys like this video. Make sure to comment below, like this video. Tell me what you think. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell for future notifications. Guys, this is your boy, Andy Matrix. Thank you for watching and listening. Godspeed.